Welcome, 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 family. Good morning. Yes, I'm a little late. I do not own the rights to this music, but you know this is my favorite song. Thank you for joining. Thank you for reporting in, and thank you for coming on in and let's discuss some important issues. Let's discuss some things that we see coming down the pike. And man, I just had to take a break last week. Sometimes this gets a little much, and I had to have a mental mental wellness day. I just couldn't do it. I mean, sometimes you see stuff and it just bothers you so bad. Um, and sometimes you just get tired of what you're seeing. You guys see the topic for today, right? What's our topic? Racism in America. If you're joining me on Blog Talk, you go through racism in America, and it's how can we enhance police accountability in the U.S. Okay, we need to know how we gonna control these devils, right? Because they out of hand, they get quiet, and then they go crazy for a few weeks, and then they get quiet again, and then they go off again. I guess when we think they're done, then they go berserk again. Okay, they're never done. Long as you're living, as long as you're in America, they will never be done with you. Okay, they will never get tired of murdering you. Okay, um, I seen a YouTuber and seen his podcast, and it kind of upset me a little bit because you know what we are dealing with. We as Black people, we are dealing with so much hurt, and it's almost like we blame ourselves for the situation that we're in. And we seem to fail to realize that a lot of this that we're seeing is connected to a structure, a structural, a structure of racism. We didn't get put in this situation by ourselves, but I do believe that we can, if we pull together, we can come out of this. But it's going to take work because it took 500 years for us to get here. So don't think that we're going to come out of it in one day. Okay. Took 500 years for us to get to this point, and we've gotten so comfortable. We've just begun to deal with the traumas. We've begin to just live with it. We've just begin to ignore it. I seen one guy who came on, and I forget his name, but he was talking about someone wrote him or text him a terrible message. Had to do with a lot of racism in the message, and it was like, okay, it's no big deal. We've gotten so used to the trauma. We've got used to their drama. We've gotten used to the Karens. You know, we see a video about Karen every day. I'm about sick of that. You know, let these fools act the way. You know, we've gotten so used to them acting a fool that we just look at them like it's normal. No, it's not normal. Yes, we still should be getting prepared to move or to visit at least the motherland. Hebrews to Negroes just went. He just took about 50 people, and he is trying to get housing, transitional housing for us. Maybe you can keep up with him if you need to move. You have, a few people, and he's in Ghana. You have a few people that will help, help us get there. And he's saying you have to have just have a plane ticket and a little bit of money to spend. And I guess everything that you need will be they will help you out. Okay. But my thing is at least have $1,000 to $3,000. Don't I wouldn't just go over there with 500. Have enough to where you can start your own business. Okay, whether it's an online business or maybe rent an Airbnb or it's things that whatever your gift is here, and you've always wanted to have your own business. Africa is the place to do that. Okay, I do believe that we would have a better chance there than here. I do believe that things are getting ready to get really serious here. Family, I hope and pray that we've been talking about this for so long. I hope and pray, I hope and pray, I hope and pray that you guys are um, stocking up on your water. Every pay, take $10 and commit it to stocking up on something, whether it's beans and rice, candles, flashlights, beans and rice. Get your water, get your toiletries, your candles, flashlight, batteries, non-perishables. Don't get meat. Please don't get meat. You can get pancake mix. You can get anything that's going to hold you. Okay. Beans and rice will hold you. Get your seasoning. Yes, I love seasoning. I don't care how hungry I am. I'm still gonna need some seasoning. I'm just saying. Um, probably won't need no seasoning if you're that hungry. I'm just saying. But um, I'm getting ready to check into some generator panels. Get you maybe a stove, a small size like little stove where you can cook on that runs on um I don't know, solar. I don't know if they even have that. I was gonna look it up and see if we can find one on maybe Amazon or something. Um, get you a little online store. You should now be to the point where you're looking into your own business, so that if it comes down to it, because I know it's getting down to the wire to where we are going to have our own business in order to survive. They know that Black people are not taking the lollipop, so they are going to take it to the next level. Okay, they said, we've offered you things, you didn't take the bite. Now we're going to force you. Now is to where they're getting ready to say all federal workers have to take the lollipop. Okay, I don't want to get any strikes or anything, so we're gonna just call it the lollipop. You guys know what I mean when I say the lollipop, right? Okay, now they're going to get to a place where they are going to force it. Okay. Um, have you seen Riza Islam's post? I did put it on my Facebook page. You can go on to his IG page and look at, the concerns. The concerns now is that if the hospital workers, the police department, if, Black folks or whatever, I think all of America right now is getting ready to come together. I don't care what has gone on in the past. We are going to need each other like never before. Um, they don't care, Black, white, indifferent, but right now they're after Black people because we're the ones that's holding out. We're the ones that's not taking the lollipop because of the mistrust of the government. And we have good reasons to mistrust this racist government. If they tell you that they care so much, but yet our children are being murdered in the streets unarmed. Um, Karen's acting a fool and restaurants are acting a fool. It's just all around us. Okay, everywhere you look, it's a Karen or it's a racist. It's a person that's acting crazy. It's either they're writing notes or they're stopping you, or they're stopping you on the street, stopping you at your apartments. It's all kind of crazy stuff going on, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's getting worse and worse. But it's showing you that the time is short for them. Okay, it seems like the fire gets the hottest when it's getting ready to burn out. You know what I'm saying? So you have to understand what's coming. Make sure that you are getting your weapons. You have bullets for your weapons. It's for protection of your family, um, and you will protect your family at all costs. Let's really be honest about what's really going on, and a lot of Black people are not prepared. I talk to some people say, well, God will protect. And I tell them like this, sis, look, God will protect, but he is telling you, he's showing you, he's giving you heads up, just like he did Joseph in the Bible. 7 years of famine. You had 7 years of blessings, and that blessing was for you to prepare for the 7 years of famine that was coming. So yes, he did prepare them. He did take care of them, but he also gave them a hint as far as what he expected from them. And right now, he expects us to be stocking up on food and water, non-perishables, milk, silver. If you can invest in some silver, if you can invest, get your batteries, your matches, your lighters, get candles, lanterns, get whatever you can get your hands on that's going to help you to survive where we're going, because it's getting ready to get real out here. And I'm so tired of Black people saying, well, God will supply. Yes, he's going to supply you with your every need, but you have to, faith without works is dead. You can't sit there and say he's going to do what. Just like I've heard people as far as this lollipop is concerned, well, I'm trusting God, but then they took the lollipop and I'm like, well, which is it? Are you trusting him or are you trusting man? Look like to me you're trusting man. I don't know if they know the difference, or if you're trusting God, then you wouldn't take the lollipop, right? That's my thinking. Maybe I'm thinking, maybe I have stinky thinking, I don't know. But we cannot any longer trust enemies to take care of us, or trust enemies and think they got us. These are enemies. These people do not like you. And I don't know, they had us food for years, and then all of a sudden now they come out this bag and we look like, well, dang, I thought we were friends. No, you were never friends. Enemies, you cannot ever be friends with enemies. And I keep telling Black folk that these people don't like you. They never have. They only tolerated you. That's why they never came together with you. You always went to their schools. You went to their churches. You went to their this, their that, their that. They never came over to help us. They never came over to our hospitals. They never came over to our anything. We've always gone to them. And you thought that they were your friends? How could you think that? They never showed you. They never proved to you. This racism has always been here, never went away. So when I hear people, Black folks, say, "Oh my God, I can't believe that in 2021 that this is happening," I'm looking at them like, "Well, where the hell have you been living for the last 400, the last what 50, 40, or however age, whatever age you are, where you been living? It's always been here, it never went away." They remember they killed MLK for nonviolence. Okay, come on. They always turn their laws onto us. So where have you been? And why is it that we think that these people are our friends? And what really bothers me is when you see the Black Caucus, the Boulets, okay, the Roland Martins, stand up and tell you, keep voting, keep voting, keep voting. And I'm like, what are we voting for? What are they doing for us? We just gave Biden that chair. And what has he done for us? Absolutely nothing. It just makes no sense for us to keep doing anything to help them. Now, primaries is getting ready to come, and he's getting ready to tell you guys, well, we lost the House, so I can't help. Okay, well, guess what? You're going to lose more than that. Because guess what? We're either voting independently or we're going to vote as a block. Okay? We vote as a block, right? It is time, family, for us to get it together. We are all we got. And I keep saying that. But y'all don't think fat meat greasy, huh? You don't need each other. Y'all better get it together. And I mean, get it together now. Even these men that's dating these snow bunnies, okay? These snow demons, you are going to need somebody. And don't think she going to have your back. Trust and believe me, okay? When her family comes a knocking and it's either her, them, or you, who you think she going to choose? You? Okay, we'll see. But I'm just saying, it is time for us to do better. We don't have anybody else that's gonna come in that's coming to our rescue. If we don't come to our rescue, now is the time to be preparing for where you're going. Now is the time to prepare. Get them online businesses. Get into look on some videos to see who is offering online work from home. Okay. Michi talked about a school. What's the name of that school that we need to educate our own babies? And I wrote it down. It's called the Xavier. Oh, I'm gonna spell it because I can't even remember it. It's called the XYAYXINSTITUTE.org. That's the school, and it's a Black school. Okay, you have to be Black to go to school. But my thing is, we need to investigate these schools. It's time for us to get our babies away from them and to educate our own babies. I don't know why we are not doing that. We already understand that us being around them has caused us some problems, right? So why is it that we're still around them? Why is it that we're still allowing them to teach our babies? Or why is it that we're still working for massa? Why is it that we're still going out of our ways to make millions, make millions for their business, but then when it comes to your business, you put it off. Well, maybe next week, or you'll spend a couple hours at your business because I got to work for a house. I got to do a 40-hour week for them, but you won't even get your own business 10 hours. I'm just saying, it is time for us to change our mindset. It's time for us to change the communication as far as what we're telling our sons. Stop dating snow bunnies. It's time for us to start with the mindset of owning our own businesses. We're not sending you to college to learn how to get a job. We're sending you. Sometimes we don't even have to go to college to own your own business. You don't even need. You might need a business degree to learn how to run your own company, but you don't need a college degree and teaching you how to work somebody's job. And then when you get in all that debt, because they will, have you noticed, they'll give you a college degree because that money goes to the school. But when you want a loan for business, do they give you a loan for business? No, they deny you every time. But they'll give you a loan for you to go to school because that loan money goes to the school, right? Now you might get to keep an extra couple hundred, extra thousand sometimes from it, but you're gonna have to pay it back. But guess what? They won't give you a loan, a business loan, will they? But they'll give you a student loan so that you can get into debt. Okay, so that you're in more debt. Okay, it's all structural. It's all. Don't think that they're trying to help you by giving you a loan to go to school. They're trying to get you more and more under the water, under the bridge. We've got to get to the point where we're seeing through them. We know how they operate. This is nothing new. We know how they've operated and they use black people to operate through black people. Candace Owen, they use black people. Roland Martin, they use black people to work to get their attention off of them, because you look at black and say, oh, they're black, so they're cool. No, they're not. Look and hear what they're saying. If you see a black person like Candace Owens, she's very negative, hates black people, and you have a lot of black folk that's not going to make it through this little whatever we're going through right here. A lot of black folk is not going to make it because they're so busy thinking white folk is their friends. Candace will never make it. She's not going to make it. She will never make it. Her and the little half-breed son, the little bastard baby that she has, that little baby, well, neither one of them will make it through any of this. We have to see that, because with she's thinking, well, I'm getting paid. They're paying me to go against my own, and it's okay. I'm getting paid. I'm paying my bills. They ain't doing nothing for me, and blah blah blah. This is how black folks think. Okay, and then you have other YouTubers that are the same way. That they're very suspect to me. We talk about each other, we dog each other out, and then because they're black, you look at it's two type of black people. I keep telling you, you got the ones that's gonna be be one first, and then you're gonna have the ones that have the little white friends that, well, you tell them Jesus is black, they go, well, it doesn't matter. Well, if it didn't matter, why they changed the color? So it does matter, and it should matter to you. So you know what I'm saying. So we have to recognize who's who. We have to recognize who's B1 and who's not. All you have to do is listen to the conversation. Mark Lamont, he was not B1. Candace Owen, Angela Rye, Angela Yee, or Angela Y, whatever. They're not B1. Black, Breakfast Club, they're not black first. You have to understand, if they've been on air all this time, they may say a couple of things that'll make you think that they're B1. They're not. You have to understand, if you B1, you're gonna be B1 all the time. You're not going to be B1 sometime, and then other times you talking, because I gotta impress my friends, I gotta impress my, I gotta keep up with my homies and whatever. I gotta impress white folk. So I can't be too hard on them because I do have some white friends, and we do call them friends. Enemies will never be friends. I don't care how you call them friends. Okay. You have to start somewhere, family. You have to come from among, be separate, and learn not their ways. That's the word. And what have we done? What have we done? We've done everything that we shouldn't. We're learning their ways. We want to live and marry, date, sex with each other, with our enemies, babies. These are baby. These people who you're sleeping with now, their ancestors, their ancestors cut babies out of your ancestors. Their ancestors beat your ancestors with whips, hung your ancestors on nooses and burned them alive. Their ancestors uh, pulled your ancestors' teeth and made teeth for George Washington. I'm just saying, we have to understand what's this all about. We can never forget this. These people don't change. They pass it down from generation to generation. You and me, somebody say, I don't see color. You're a damn lie. You do see color. Stop saying that. You do. I hate when they tell me that. But yeah, you see color. You see what color I am right now. Stop lying. Stop doing that. That's not cute. It's not funny. It's no. You see color. I hate when they tell that lie. I hate it so bad. I check them every time I hear people. Black folk. I've heard black folk. Oh, I don't see color. Okay, you may not, but they do. Don't let them crackers tell you they don't see color, because they do. I'm just saying. I hate when people say that. Period. I see color. Why you don't see color? I see color. Yes, we're not colorblind. I see how y'all treat us. I see it. Okay, the only reason you don't see it is because you've been used to it. You've been living around it. So you've gotten numb to it. So they can call you whatever, and they can make little racist jokes at you. No, nothing's not funny. So stop it. To fit in. I'm gonna go along to fit in. I'm not going along just to fit in. I'm gonna check that behavior every chance I can. And I do. And I say what I need to say. Even at work. Yes, I say what I need to say. It is time for us to get it together. Let's find out. Let's see what is it going to take. It's going to take us coming together, because we don't have anybody else. I cannot stress that enough. If you're not stocking up on food, if you're not getting your non-perishables together, if you're not collecting your silver, if you have not gotten at least 5 cases of water, you need 30. You need some water. Okay. If you plan on drinking water, because you got to drink water every day. If you don't do nothing, you got to drink water every day. You have got to start now. Go to the store, spend $10 on just water, spend $10 on rice and beans, get your candles. It's $5. Go to the dollar store. You can get a bag of candles. You get some matches. That's probably what, $2 at Walmart. Come on, you guys. This is for your safety. This is for you to survive. Nobody is going to care if you don't get this stuff. If you don't get this stuff, you've done your family an injustice. You are trusting that, well, I'm gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. How are you gonna be okay? How? You're not planting food. They tell you you can't go to the store, you can't come out your house until you take the lollipop. What are you going to do? A lot of y'all on Section 8. What are you going to do? A lot of you guys, and they know black folks on SSI. What are you going to do if they tell you you cannot get your check until you get the lollipop? Are you prepared to say, I don't need that check? Black folk, I'm telling you, they know that we live from paycheck to paycheck. They know that you guys are counting on your SSI. They know that you're counting on your EBT, Lord B, stop, BET. They know that that's what you count on. They know that you're counting on your Section 8. They know this. They know they got you over a barrel. They did it on purpose. Why do you think they bought welfare out? So that you guys will do whatever they ask, whenever they ask, and not say nothing about it. And they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. You think they don't? They know they got you over a barrel. Your thing now should be finding you. If you're on Section 8, you find you a job, an online job. And they have them out there. Because I found at least 5 online. And they've been knocking me over. They've been knocking my mailbox over. Yeah, I already got 2. And I don't even need them right now. But I have them. Already been hired. I'm just saying. Come on, you guys. So when I go to work, they say, hey, I have, you have to have your online, whatever. Create an online store. Start selling bullets. If you're a baker, start baking. Start making your favorite dessert. Everybody has gifts. If you do cars, get your website going. If you do know how to do oil changes, because I know I'm gonna need an oil change. I'm just saying, put it out there. If you can do a consultation, if you can teach us women how to do, you can do. If you're a mechanic, you can do classes on how to change the tire and charge a person $20 to learn how. Or I'm just saying, these are online classes. Do a podcast. Or if you alternators, how we know when alternators are bad. Do a class teaching us on signs of what's going on with our cars when it's making this kind of noise. There are things that you can do. Everybody has gifts in them. What is your gift? Can you cut hair? Okay, start cutting hair. Can you do transportation? Older people gonna need a way to get around. I'm just saying, you got to do something. You cannot just sit here and depend on this government. You've got to get something that's gonna bring you some extra money coming in, family. You cannot just depend on your SSI. Can you bake cakes? Bake some pound cakes. Put them on sale. $5, $10, $15 a pound cake, a whole cake. $5 a slice. I'm just saying, it's things that we can do now in order to get extra money in our pockets, so that we can do what we need to do as far as saving, as far as picking up these items that need to be picked up. You have to have an emergency kit. I think I paid $30, $40 for my emergency kit. I got a whole kit. Okay, you have to put stuff aside to be able to do this. You cannot just wait. Today I got a radio. I think you crank it. It's an old fashioned. It's not old fashioned. It's brand new, but you crank it and then it plays. Okay, I'm just saying, these are things that we need. Flashlights, toiletry. Women, you need your little personal items once a month, right? You be at Midol, okay? Ibuprofen. You start collecting that stuff. You have kids. Start collecting their stuff. Okay, get them a book bag and start filling up their book bag. So if anything happens with you, if it gets to a point where you have to leave your home and you have to get your tents, get you a survival kit. Okay, you cannot leave this up for chance, because nobody is going to be there to help you, because everybody's going to be worried about themselves. We are coming up on some very dark days. I don't know if anybody's seen Black Widow. Okay, I went to see Black Widow, and I'm telling you what, everybody needs to see that movie. because in that movie, it was telling us just where we're going. One man was controlling the minds of millions of people. I'm just saying, go and see Black Widow. That movie is showing you where we're going. People, I watch a lot of movies. I watch movies. I don't watch a lot of. I'm just saying, like on Netflix, a lot of movies that come out. They come out at the movies. I'll go and see them because I'm wanting to take notes to see where is things going, where are the things going. What this purge, forever purge? What do you mean forever purge? What do you mean? I'm gonna go see it. I haven't seen it, but I'm gonna go see it because I want to know what do you mean forever purge? What do you mean? Somebody said, "Oh, I think it's 12-hour purge," and they said, "Oh, it's continuous." What? Y'all better get it together, Black family. Some of y'all sitting up there with nothing to protect your families. You better have something. I hope you're not being that dumb to sit up there with nothing to protect your families. Okay, enough of that. I just wanted to, I just want to go in a little bit. We got to have our own. We have got to start depending on us. I want to talk about how can we, because we know now the police have been a little quiet. Okay, I think there was one young man that was hung, if I'm not mistaken. We had the most recent. It was a young man, and he was hung, and they said, of course, that he committed suicide. We know that's not true, right? I'm just saying, we know that's not true. But I'm still voting, and I'm still in Ozone's corner. Okay, that was the young man that allegedly, and he's in this country is supposed to be not guilty, okay, until proven guilty. Okay, not guilty, but for Black people, it's guilty until you prove that you're not. I'm just saying, in this country, this is, we put up with a lot. This is only made us stronger. It's nothing that we can't handle. I know we can handle what's coming. It's going to be hard because we've been so dependent on the government, but now it's time for us to change our mindset. How can we enhance police accountability in the United States? How do we do that? Let's talk about that a little bit. Let's talk about that because I think that we've not done enough. We've not done enough because a lot of the unions, um, they protect the officers, okay, and a lot of times these officers are guilty, and they protect them. They're protecting these officers. Why are they doing that? Because buddies, they're buddies. They've been buddies on the force for the last 20 years, 10 years, 5 years. We establish a relationship and we begin to know each other. We begin to know each other's families and we begin to know each other and we begin all that stuff. All right. And then we have police officers. We don't have a database for them. We should. When police officers shouldn't be investigating themselves because I'm not going to investigate myself and I'm not going to come up guilty. That makes no sense to me. But we have police officers. Where is the resource, or where is the group of people that's outside of the police department that still know the laws that can investigate what happened? You can't allow my best friend to investigate me. It's not going to work like that. They're not going to come up with saying, it's not going to work like that. So it's time for us to really understand, to put some things in place. Okay. And it's going to be up to us if this country knows exactly what they're doing. This country knows exactly what's going down right now. They don't care. They don't care. It's up to you to care. But if you don't want to make any changes, it's up to you. You want to live or die? It's up to you. Let's begin to read a little bit about that. Okay, let's just read just a little bit. It's not, I don't think it's too long, but this is going to be for adults. Okay. The recent deaths of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Rayshard Brooks, okay, spurred widespread protests against police brutality and racial injustice. Continuing the protest is a recent video recording of a police officer in Kenosha, Wisconsin. That's where little Kyle Rittenhouse was from, that shot those two protesters. Okay. Shooting Jacob Blake, a Black man, in the back. Oh, shoot. Come on here. My phone's going on. In the back multiple times as he entered his vehicle and his children watched from inside the vehicle. Can you imagine what those kids are going through mentally, from their dad being shot like that? And you remember Rayshard Brooks, that cop, they ended up dropping the charges. Miss Minnie, what was that new prosecutor, the DA, what's her name? Well, they didn't leave, you guys didn't leave in Paul Howard so he could finish the job. So they backed Miss Minnie, whatever, and you guys put her in. You guys put this lady in that the police department was backing, that the attorney of the guy that shot Rayshard Brooks, his attorney gave her money. So you know what that money was for? That was for her to do what she needed to do. And she did it. I'm just saying. She may say, oh, no, yeah, it is. Yeah, we don't need you to admit it. Yeah, she was working for the police department. So you're not going to get any more justice in Georgia. You know, Paul Howard should have left him in so that he can continue because they told him, we're going to get you out. We're going to get you out. We'll replace you. They already said it, but black people went along with it because I don't know why. But you didn't look at the signs. You said, "Oh my aunt, she's black. We're gonna vote for her," but you didn't understand who was backing her. You didn't understand who was paying her. Follow the money. If you run for office, follow the money. Who's backing you? If I'm running for office, B1 backing me. I'm getting ready to be B1, right? Okay. But you guys didn't follow the money. So Miss Willis, okay, she got Rayshard Brooks off for murder. I mean, not Rayshard Brooks. She got the police officer that murdered him. She got him off. She dropped charges. Okay, but that's another story for another day. Okay, but I just want you guys to see this as far as how can we hold the police accountable for what they do. Federal and local laws enforcement recognizes to the shootings and the protests have both come under fire. But these responses are characteristic of large law enforcement policies and institutions. Okay. In policing, people often talk about bad apples. Well, bad apples come from rotten trees. Now, we're only doing this for educational purposes. Okay. We're reading an article, but it's only for educational purposes. It's totally not to take his credit for his story. And a young man by name of Rayshard, who wrote this? Rashawn Ray, he wrote the little article. So I'm not trying to take his credit. I'm just giving you the information that he wrote. I'm just trying to, enhance his report. Well, bad apples come from rotten trees, and the rotten trees are law enforcement agencies imbued, okay, with structural racism. Okay. Standard processes for holding police officers accountable, issuing civil payouts to victims of brutality, and rehiring fired officers are a few of the factors that contribute to the enhancement of racism in police brutality. Black folks are killed, it's likely killed every 40 hours by police. They've been quiet for a few days, right? Okay, just wait, it's coming. Okay. Many police departments process complaints internally when officers police other officers, accountability is often suspect. Okay. Cities and towns can increase police accountability by making police departments absorb civil payouts of victims of police violence in the form of insurance policies. I do believe that. Black people are 3.5 times more likely than white people to be killed by police when blacks are not attacking or do not have a weapon. George Floyd is an example. Black teenagers are 21 times more likely than white teenagers to be killed by police. That's Tamir Rice and Antoine Rose. A black person is killed about every 40 hours in the United States. That's Jonathan Farrell and Corian Gaines. Did I say pronounce it? It's Korryn Gaines. Okay. One out of every 1,000 black men can expect to be killed by police violence over the life course. This is Tamir Rice and Philando Castile. After Rodney King's beating by the LA police was captured on video by a camcorder in 1991, a series of charges were made. Dash cameras in cars, body worn cameras, and police bias trainings, right? However, these changes have fallen short of holding police officers accountable. They'll put stuff in place, but then they don't stand on it. Okay, that's what they do. It's just a covering. It's just say, well, we're gonna put it in, but we're gonna still do stuff the same way. That's what they're doing. However, these changes have fallen short of holding police accountable. Typically, officers are not charged for killing unarmed black people. Why? Do they kill unarmed white people? No, I haven't seen them kill an unarmed white person yet. You have two 12-year-old that just had a shootout with police and they still live. Now, if that was two black children, do you think they would have lived? Okay. Even if they are charged, police officers are almost never convicted. But when they're black, okay, so he should say that. Now, when they're black, you remember them two black officers that shot that little white boy? The dad was actually driving his car to run into the officers. The officer shot into the car and killed the 6-year-old boy that was sitting behind the dad, right? Those two officers got 20 years apiece. Okay. What did George Floyd, what did Derek Chauvin get? 22? But Amber Guyger got what? 10? I'm just saying. Why'd she only get 10? But if it was the other way around and Malcolm had killed her, he would have gotten what? Life, maybe? I'm just saying. Why does it take so long for officers to be charged? Let's Atiana Jefferson. Atiana, remember the young lady whose mom died and her dad died? That police officer had 3 deaths on his hand. Atiana got shot. He was the one that the neighbor called for a wellness check, and he went. The front door was open. He didn't knock at the front door to check. He went around the back, and she was in the back room playing a game with her nephew, right? And he saw the light shining in her window. Thought it was a burglar. Got her gun, and the police saw her and shot her through the window. Okay, but you're doing a wellness check. So why would you be in the back of the house instead of knocking on the front door where the door was open? I never understood that. Now, that officer, we're still waiting, and that's been probably, 2 years? We're still waiting for him to his court dates. He's not been charged yet. He's been charged, but I think he was off, but I guarantee you he's probably back to work because we're still waiting for his trial. We've not had a trial for him yet. We probably won't have a trial for him. Prosecutors know that the barometer for what we consider to be criminal conduct for police officers is extremely high, both legally and in the public's perception. Most people perceive that if a police officer did something, he or she was doing it for their protection or the greater good of society. Is that true for us? Hell no, it's not true. So the bar for charging and convicting police officers is higher than the bar for regular citizens. Prosecutors then often take more time to ensure that a charge is solid before they bring charges. That's a lie. They don't ever bring charges. Prosecutors are voted in. We need to vote their behinds out. Everyone that's not doing their job, from the judge, the prosecutor, if they are not doing their job by holding up the law, and these people are allowed to just do what they want to do, just like the little 6-year-old was shot by the Asian guy. Did he go to jail? He got out on bond. Why did he get shot? Why is he still not in jail? He should have stayed in jail because that was attempted murder. He knew what he was doing. 6-year-old baby gets shot and you still living? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. In Minneapolis, the time it took for charges to be brought against the officer in the George Floyd case was abnormally short. In recent events, from Christian Cooper in Central Park, Ahmaud Arbery in Georgia, to George Floyd's in Minneapolis, smartphone videos was collected by civilians. Once video evidence was disseminated on social media, the criminal process moved more expeditiously. Most of the time, however, police officers are allowed time to consult with the fraternal order of police and a lawyer, and at times even review evidence before officials make public statements. Ain't that something? They gonna always cover theirs, aren't they, you guys? Let's keep reading. Why are bad acting cops allowed to stick around? Let's find out. Derek Chauvin was what? He was on the force, 19 years? And he had 14 complaints. Let's read about it. Derek Chauvin, officer who killed George Floyd, had been involved in at least 18 police misconduct cases. He's been involved in police shootings, and he's been involved in cases that most people consider to be police brutality. What's important is that this is a pattern. The officers who killed Tamir Rice in Cleveland, 2014, and who killed Antoine Rose in East Pittsburgh in 2018, both Black teenagers, was dismissed from previous jobs as police officers. And the one that killed Tamir Rice, they deemed him unfit because he applied. They fired him for one job. He went 6 miles down the road, got and applied for another police job. They deemed him unfit. They wouldn't hire him. He went 12 miles down the road and got on with that police force. They didn't even investigate. They hired him. You right? And I say so. They hired him. He was never supposed to be on the force. Period. He was deemed unfit. And a lot of these officers, if you go into like last week and the week before, I did well, not last week, the week before, and a couple weeks, about 3 weeks back, I did like back to back on police brutality. Listen to those videos because we did a long list, and some of these police officers have been arrested in the past. They have records themselves. Oh, go check it out. Go check it out. Go ahead, check it out. Okay, let's finish. When an officer is dismissed, typically the Fraternal Order of Police has helped them resign quietly instead of being fired. Now, this gives bad officers the ability to work for another department. This needs to change. When you know what you have a bad officer, we need a database to put their names in the database so they won't be. And this is a nationwide, country to country database that you won't be able to go outside the country or in another country or in another state and get another police job. It needs to be a database. Okay, we need to hold these officers accountable. So we're dropping the ball also, family. We are dropping the ball also. Complaints of misconduct within police departments often go to internal affairs. The complaint goes up the chain, and and if it makes all the way up, it goes to a trial board that typically involves 3 officers who decide if the accused officer has engaged in misconduct. Now you're going to let the officers investigate the officer. Here we go again. What is wrong with this picture? What the hell is wrong with this picture? Why is it like this? The trial board serves as judge and jury of their own. An officer must do sometimes extremely egregious to be fired. Okay. But there are other types of reprimands. Officers can be put on desk duty. Now that's the one that killed Rayshard Brooks. He's on desk duty. He got his job back. He's on desk duty. Paid or unpaid leave, or fined at a prorate amount in future paychecks. Okay. The problem is that all these actions are typically internal to policing. They are rarely known outside the department until long after the incident and the conduct and the conduct decision. And my research shows that black officers are sanctioned more harshly. It's still racism in there. I don't care if you as an officer with white folks. Okay. You really going hard on your own, right? You go hard on your own, then they go on theirs. Whatever. Okay. But let me read that again. My research shows that black officers are sanctioned more harshly than white officers for similar misconducts. Okay. When does the civil rights division? I just seen where a black girl got demoted. Okay, and she was still in the police department. That's in Florida. Okay, I didn't even bother reading it because my thing is, what go is in the police department. They know. You just think you one of them. They show you that you're not. Look at what happened to Muhammad. Okay. What happened to the young man that shot that lady? I think it was in Denver, right? No, Minnesota, right? Denver or Minnesota, I can't remember. He got 12 years for killing that lady. Yeah. Can you imagine his life in prison right now? Can you imagine that poor man? I don't even know how he making it. The Department of Justice often has to be invited. Now listen to this. The Department of Justice often has to be invited in by the state. In the Ahmaud Arbery case, the local prosecutor invited in the Georgia Bureau of Investigations. The Georgia Attorney General then asked the U.S. Department of Justice to investigate the behavior of 2 district attorneys previously assigned to the case. The U.S. Department of Justice also will of investigation. Okay, let's do that again. In the George Floyd case, the Federal Bureau of Investigation investigated to determine whether the federal civil rights laws were violated. The murder case is also being prosecuted at the state level, similar to the Aubrey case. When Dylan Roof murdered 9 parishioners at uh, Emmanuel AME Church in Charleston, South Carolina, federal authorities brought hate charges. That's what we need right there. We are missing out. We need hate charges, hate crimes. Uh, they need to be charged for hate crime when they hurt Black people because they know what they're doing. Okay, the Asians, just like the Asians got a hate crime bill, Black folk need a hate crime bill. Okay, let's see. Um, and this is important because there are states, Georgia, for instance, that don't have hate crime laws. If hate crime charges are are going to be brought in the Ahmaud Arbery, which they did. Okay, this is a little older article, so I'm just gonna go with it. They must be brought at the federal level. In Floyd's case, hate crime charges, I think he did. Was he charged with a hate crime? I'm not sure. They're saying could be brought on the state and or federal levels. Okay, so this article a little bit, older. Things hadn't happened yet as far as those cases, but they have already. What reforms could change police accountability? Okay, let's talk about that. Okay, many research officers to major changes of law and practices to reduce police brutality. First officers who have been terminated due to police misconduct should not be able to work in law enforcement agencies ever again. This recommendation is receiving bipartisan, I hate that word, bipartisan support at the federal level. It is a part of Trump's recent executive order and the George Floyd Justice in Policing Act that passed in the House of Representatives. Okay, now they need to. Did they pass that act? I don't think so. We still been waiting, right? Okay, whatever. Second, we will need to reconstruct civilian payouts by moving them from taxpayers' money to police department insurance policies. That means when the police shoot and kill, they need to pay. The department needs to pay. Okay, I'm just saying. This is starting to occur in some ways in the local levels. New York State lawmakers proposed that individual officers carry liability insurance. They should, so we can sue the officers. But they need to get away. They need to get away from that immunity, qualified immunity. They need to get rid of that. That's the only way it's going to work. You can't do one without doing the other. So yes, you can make the officers get liability insurance. So what if you don't get rid of qualified immunity? Okay. That's right. I love water, you guys. Y'all forgive me. Have some water. Go have some water. Eventually, there will be a large civil payout for the death of George Floyd, which it was. The Floyd family, but the taxpayers paid it, right? The Floyd family taxpayer money will be used to pay them for his dehumanization and killing. Now, Derek Chauvin should have had insurance, and they should have went after Derek Chauvin's insurance because that dude had such a horrible past. He had charges, all complaints up the yin yang. Like maybe what he'd been on force for 18 years, and he had like 17 complaints against him, so he got one every year. So that's crazy. Probably more than some. Okay. Due to qualified immunity, this is what I just said, right? Due to qualified immunity, the legislation that often prevents officers from facing civil culpability, officers are typically immune from the financial impact of these civil payouts. Since 2010, St. Louis has paid out over 33 million, and Baltimore was found liable for about 50 million for police misconduct. Now, if you're paying out that much money, common sense will tell you we need to do something. But because the taxpayers' money is paying for it, the police officers aren't paying anything. They're not. You got officers that's committing crimes all over. They just keep doing it because it's not hitting their pocket. Once you hit their pockets, they'll think twice about pulling that gun. Shooting into a car that's driving away from you because they're trying to spare their life. Okay, let's keep going. Hey, my phone keep going off. Why did it do that? Okay, I need to hit the. Baltimore was found liable for about 50 million for police misconduct over the past 20 years. Chicago police spent what 650 million. That's a lot on police misconduct cases in 1 year from periods July 2017 through June 2018. New York City paid out 230 million, about 6,500. Wow, misconduct cases. That's crazy. What the hell? What if this money was used for education and work infrastructure? Research suggests that crime would decrease. In healthcare, mistakes happen, right? In healthcare, mistakes happen. But physicians and hospitals have malpractice insurance. In law enforcement, when there is a mistake, the city is typically on the hook, which they should not be. They should not be on the hook. The officer should, even though the city and thus its taxpayers would cover the police department's malpractice insurance premium. When the city malpractice premium goes up, the city will know when police officers, like which physicians and with hospitals, are responsible. This gives cities and departments a market driven approach to weed out bad apples so they don't continue to rot the tree of law enforcement agencies. They have to do something. They're not doing anything. It okay, let's continue. It just makes no sense. Bad apples come from rotten trees in policing. In policing, people often talk about bad apples. Well, bad apples come from rotten trees. Law enforcement agencies endued with racism, structural changes are desperately needed in law enforcement. I think they should start with restructuring civilian payouts for police misconduct. And then he talks about, okay, we read that already. Let's see. Huh. I never read that one before. Let me see what else. Is there another one? I'm gonna show you a picture of Rayshard Ray. This is the guy, the young man that wrote the article. That's him. Appreciate you, Rayshard Ray. Rashawn. Rashard. I don't know why I said Rayshard. But yeah, Rayshawn Ray. Appreciate your brother for doing what you did for us. Appreciate it. But this is his report. Is it true? Why is it that America knows this? You see how much money that New York paid out? 650 million. That's a lot of money. But because it's not hitting their pockets, Chicago spent that 650 million. That's a lot of money. And they had over 6,500 cases. Ain't that crazy? New York paid out what, 230 million? Something's wrong with this picture. If you see this much money going out, common sense will tell you, hey, let's do something. This is not right. This is crazy. There is no way that all of this is supposed to be going on and changes aren't happening. Why is it that no changes are being done? Help me to understand that. And it's just so amazing that they had to, the Department of Justice often has to be invited in by the state in order for them to investigate the crimes of what police brutality. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation, the Georgia Attorney General, then asked the U.S. Department of Justice to investigate the behaviors of two district attorneys previously assigned to the cases. I know the Department of Justice needs to investigate. We have to invite them in to get what's the young man, the Brianna case, who did the Brianna case, the little sellout, Daniel Cameron, right? The Department of Justice needs to be invited in to even look at his, look at any of them, because he just didn't present the case. Period. He just didn't present the case right, and then turned around and lied on the grand jury. And the grand jury's like, hold on, wait a minute, we're not taking the blame for that. You didn't present the case right, which he didn't. If he had presented the case the way it's supposed, and still didn't present the case, he's still lying about Brianna's case. Still, even today, he still don't want to admit. Boy, I tell you what, but the word said that these people, these coons that's working for white supremacy, they are going to get the same punishment. They are going to reap what they sow. They are going to burn with their masters. Okay, because this just makes no sense. How Daniel Cameron still, after knowing that he lied, knowing that he told the grand jury he didn't present the case right, he shouldn't even be on that case. He should have been snatched off that case. That case should have been given to somebody that's going to do the right thing by it. I'm just saying. Why is it so hard for people to do the right thing? Why is it so hard for people to do the right thing? You know what I'm seeing right now, family? I am seeing, and I don't know, and maybe somebody can help me. I'm seeing this with Black people. We are ignoring the obvious. We are ignoring things that's right here in our face about police brutality, We're ignoring it and we're making excuses for it. You have a lot of black folk, and I'm telling you, a lot of black folk that's making excuses. Well, they should comply. Well, they shouldn't have a weapon in their head. Well, a lot of times they're unarmed and they still are shooting black people. So why is it that we've gotten our mindset? And I saw on one show and it hurt me so bad. God, I don't know the name of that. I'm gonna show it to you. I got to. It bothered me so bad, and I love Brandon. I do. I don't mean to even mention him, but I love him as my brother. But I do think that the one, the last show that he did, um, was not right. And I'm just going. Hey, hold on. I got to show it to you because it really upset me so bad. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up because I'm gonna tell you, it hurt me so bad that it was even on. And I mean, this man was talking a lot of trash about black people, and this was a show he just had yesterday, I think. And around the gun, whether it's Michael Brown and Ferguson, who had just committed an strong arm robbery. Almost every one of these incidents involves somebody resisting arrest. Why don't you just do what the police tell you? My dad said, when I get pulled over, have my hand at 10 o'clock, have my hand at 2 o'clock, say yes, sir, say no, sir, make sure my paperwork is in order. And if I feel the cop is mistreating me, get a badge number and deal with it later on. If Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton and Obama and the whole group of them told black people to do that, we'd have a lot fewer of these things to deal with in the first place. Yeah. All right. So I'm with you. I'm here to. You know what? I'm so tired of black people. I am so tired of black people. We're going to always defend Massa, no matter what they do to your own. When are we going to learn how to stick up for our own? Did you hear what this black man just said? Why don't we just comply? When we comply, we die. When we run for our life, we die. When we know that we're about to die, we die. When we are approached by any police officer, we die. Sometimes we're Philando. What was the guy? Philando Castile, right? He was the one that was sitting in the car, and he told police officers that I have a gun in my glove compartment. He wasn't even close to it. The officer told him to get his ID, and all he had in his head, the officer, was that he had a gun. So, but he told Philando Castile to get his ID, right, his registration. So, of course, he moved, and bam, bam. But he complied, and he still died. So what does this young man, what is this man talking about? All black people need to do is comply? What was the last man, Anthony, what was the last guy that talked like that? What happened to him when he said, well, I'm cool with the police. Please don't bother me. What ended up happening to him? He died, didn't he? Yeah. He died by the same hand that he told on national TV that he didn't have a problem with. This man right here, he's going to get it too. He's got to be shown because home, it hasn't hit home. He friends with officers. He was dating white women. He got his mind jacked up. You can talk, you can listen to the way he talking. He got his mind jacked up. He went to one of them uh, white colleges. Because I see the difference when you go to a black college now, Norfolk State and Denver University, those are two different colleges. One comes back blacker, and one comes back, okay, with this right here. And when I say that, I say it because I can see the difference in the education. I can see how they take the smartest of the smartest and they teach and train them how to think like them. Okay. You have 4 years to take this and train this. In Norfolk State, you got 4 years to take this and make it be black first. Okay. HBCUs now, I don't know what they doing now. More houses, guys wearing dresses. What the hell? A principal got to make a mandate for guys not to wear dresses. What is going on here? What are we doing, family? What are we doing? What are we doing to each other? What are we doing to us? What? Seen this black man, black, young, nice, okay, skinny, small black guy, right? He was Was at the beach, right? I went to the beach and he had a 400-pound white woman. And I literally mean 400 pounds. I hope I can find, Lord, if I can find that picture. Please let it be in my phone. I'm going to show you what I mean. This was so sad. And he was just as proud. It was disgusting. But he was so proud because he had a 400-pound white woman and he was just as happy. But my question to him is, would you date? Would you date a 400-pound black woman, like you did this one? Would you date a white woman, a black woman that looked like this? I'm gonna try to show. I'm gonna try. I want to show that picture so bad. I mean, I ain't be able to get it on my phone, Lord. Let me see. But my thing is, I'm just dying to know, would he date a 400? And I see this all the time. I see white black men dating white women, like trailer park trash. 400-pound white women. When you have 400, a 300-pound or 200-pound black woman, you won't even date. But you'll date a 500-pound, a 400-pound white woman with 5 children, trailer park children, and you're just as happy. And then you'll date one that's 64 years old, you 23, and you say, oh my God, this is the love of my life. What is going on? I'm sorry, but I really do believe there are spirits attached to these white women. So when I mean look at these women, they are just mesmerized. They are mesmerized by a white woman. I don't know what it was. I don't know what's going on. But I'm gonna tell you what, y'all better wake up. Y'all gonna fall with them, honey. Y'all, it's some stuff that's coming. You gonna get up. You gonna get that punishment that they get. If you married to them, you out of order. So guess what? You get the same punishment they get. If you mixing and mingling your seed, you get the same punishment. If you living with them, shacked up with them, hugged up with them, you're gonna get the same punishment. If you best friends with them, you're gonna get the same punishment. If you taking up for them, you covering them, and you get, oh my God, that's my friend. Amy is my best friend. You're gonna suffer the same punishment. I'm just saying, it's time for black folk to come on and hang out with black folk. It's time for us to love us. It's time for us to get it together and understand this thing was all by it happened for a reason. It was all designed for us to act this way with each other. I see another YouTuber say, "Oh, I don't believe in Willie Lynch." I'm looking at the Willie Lynch letter. I'm looking at it in the flesh. Look at black folk. I told him, I said, whether that letter was real or not, it came from somewhere. Look around you. Look at your people. Willie Lynch, that letter exists. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care. Read that Willie Lynch letter. Pull it up and look at black folk today. It's the same thing. So you gonna tell me that a letter that I'm looking at black folk play it out, is not a true letter? I don't know what you're reading, but I'm seeing it. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it. I ain't buying it. I see the letter in person. I see it. We are playing it out. I see the letter. Pull up the Woody Lynch letter, family, and look at it and read it, and look at the black family. Look at the black culture. I wish some of these churches, and not even the churches, because they're not going to do right. Churches had hundreds of years to do right by black people, and they didn't. So, okay, we say we woke. Let's talk about these snow bunnies. Let's talk about the Israelites, okay? Let's talk about, why are we not training our children not to date these demons, these white snow bunny demon children? Why are we not teaching our boys to stay away from these girls? Why are we not teaching ourselves to stay away from them? He said, learn not their ways. We're learning their ways. Why are we still allowing them to educate our children? These are things that you can do for yourself, family. Well, I can't afford. You don't know what you can afford. If you can afford your nails every 2 weeks, that's $80 to $100 right there. Nails and hair, that's $150. Pay it toward your daycare, to be in this Xavier. I'm gonna pronounce the school. I can't pronounce the school name that I was telling you about. The XYAYXIN Institute. That'll work. I don't know how to pronounce it, but this is what I'm saying. Why can't you save enough money to put your children in black school? We don't care enough about us. We don't care enough about our children. Because if we cared about us, we would be changing some things. If we cared about us, we would be doing group economics. We would be building our own. We would be having our own group economics and get your own grocery store. There's no reason why we should sit up here and they make us take a vaccine. We sit up here doing absolutely freaking nothing. Tell me why. Put an online store together. Homeschool your babies. I already came up with an idea. Let's give me some grandmas. Give me some grandmas. Hard truths. 12 at gmail.com. Give me some grandmas. I'll send some grandmas to your house. You pay them the $100. You pay them $70, $80 a week to come in to help your babies get online. If you saying you got a job to go to for now, but for the way it's looking, you ain't gonna have no job. So guess what? You can be at home to homeschool your baby. Get a group of these kids together, the ones that know these teachers. Where these black teachers at? Okay, you get ready not to. If you don't want to take the vaccine, you need to start teaching these babies online. The NOI did it. Middle schools all over. They doing it. These teachers coming together online teaching these babies. Where are my educators at? Start your own school online. Charge $100 a week. I'm just saying, per student. That's paying your that's paying for your you right there. We want to see a change, we want to see a difference, then it's gonna be up to us. You've been handing your babies over to these demons and they get ready to confuse the hell out your children. Sit up there talking. They don't even put birth certificates. They don't put your sexes on your birth certificate. What the hell are you doing? What is going on? What's really going on, family? And you allowing this and you're not saying nothing? You're taking your children to the library. I know it's not no black parents. I know black parents are not taking their children to the library and allowing these homosexual LGBT men, whole men with beards, with makeup, wearing a damn dress, reading to your children. That's confusion. That's confusion. I'm tired. I'm so tired of what I'm seeing. And we complain. What are we going to do different? I'm giving you suggestions. This live should be full. Black folk don't care about black folk. Now, if I was on here talking about some twerking, you had me on here live twerking, okay, on a police car, I'd have 1,000 members. I have 1,000 members on here. Tell me what's the problem with us coming together, learning how to take care of us. We so busy trying to sleep with the enemy that you're destroying yourself. You're genociding yourself. Men, black women with these white men, you're genociding your own. Black men with white women, you're genociding your own. You hate yourself that much that you're going to genocide yourself and date these 500-pound white women? What the hell wrong with you? That you are so disgusted. You disgust me. If you sit up here with a 500-pound white woman, you wouldn't even date a black woman 500 pounds. But you sit up here dating with a white woman 500 pounds. Tell me why. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, bruh? My Israelites, I need you guys to get it together. Start teaching these men. Start teaching these boys how to be men. Start teaching them how to stay with their families. Start teaching them how to choose righteous women. Women that got it going on. Women that ain't out there twerking. Women that's got degrees that these brothers are intimidated by. I know women with 2 degrees, master degrees. And these brothers rather date a white woman than a black woman, an educated black woman. Ain't you nothing. A white woman that's going to let you do anything to her. Anything, say anything to her. Okay, treat her any kind of way. But you busting her doors down. But you got black women with class, with degrees, got it going on, got their own homes, got their own business on the side, got their own vehicles, got it together, and you sitting up there dating a whole 400-pound white woman with nothing. Help me to understand this. This is not making no sense to me. Please help me to understand it. I don't understand. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't get it. I'm trying to understand what's going on. I come with solutions. I don't just come to tell you, I'm coming with solutions. We need a board. We need our own investigating team. We need NFAC. We just took that brother and threw him away. Why? That's your brother. The Klan don't throw their people away, do they? But we didn't took around. This man was trying to do something for black people, and we called him everything but a child of God. He didn't even show you that he was an agent. Everybody, oh, yeah, agent, yeah, agent. This man is fighting for his life. And what is black folk doing for him? What have you done to help him? Are you still giving to his GoFundMe? No, you just didn't. Well, Paul Howard was going to fight for black people, was trying to arrest Ray Shard, the man that killed the cop that shot Ray Shard. He put his career on the line. What'd you guys do? Another lady, police department, the police department back Maggie. No, hold on. What's her? Willis. Fannie Mae. Fannie Willis. I always call her Fannie Mae. Fannie Willis, okay? The police department backed her in Georgia. Police department backed her. That's why the police officer that shot Rayshard Brooks he's on desk duty. He got his job back. He's on desk duty because you guys let Paul Howard, you voted against him and voted for a woman that has the police backing her. So what the hell what's wrong with you? I'm just saying. When are we going to realize their games? When are we going to recognize their games? When are we going to look at people just because they black? Are they really representing B1? Do they really have a heart for big black folk? They can talk it, but you got to look at the actions. Mark Lamar Hill, he got a black show. Why in the hell would a white person back him? He's got his own show. Why do you think they're backing him? If he was B1, you think they would back me? No, they wouldn't. Why? Because I don't play with white folk like that. They know they're not safe with me because I'm gonna tell you about yourself, and I'm gonna mean what I say and say what I mean. You're gonna ask me a question. Oh, do you really want the answer to that? They have white folk at work telling me, Cassie, do you trust? One lady at work asked me, do you trust any white folk? I looked and do you really want the answer? That's what I asked first because I'm getting ready to give it to you. Hell to the no. Why? Why not? She said, all of them. I've not met one that I would trust with my life. I'm just saying. And if you black and you say you've met one white woman that you would trust with your life, then you're a damn fool. You are an idiot. You are an idiot because I've not met one that I would trust with my life. Not one. Because I know when it come down to it, I know how them devils think. They ain't changed. All of them. So you can sit up there and say, oh, but look at the ones in the past. What about the one in the past? Look at the one. I'm looking at the ones today. I'm looking at how they are today. Okay, I can't go by the past. I got to look at what I see in my face today. And I wouldn't trust none of them. Not a one. Not a one. But we have to get to the point where we can trust each other. We have to change our mindset. We got to begin to teach our children about ownership. We got to begin to teach our children code of behavior. If we don't teach our children, we didn't see what we gave them our children faithfully. Monday through Friday. We gave them our children for 8 hours. Look at the school system. You got seniors that can't read. That's what they did to your children. You actually think enemies are going to teach your children? Really? You thought that? Why do we think that? You thought they were friends. They've never showed you that they were friends. They said, okay, come on. They didn't want you in their schools. Then when they fixed the structural to help your children fail, to set your children up for failure, then they invited you. Come on, we'll teach your children. Dummies. Do you see the Jews and the Germans? Did you see the Germans teaching the Jewish babies? Hell to the no, you won't see that because they're smarter than that. But every day, when we mad now because we can't send our children back to school with them. You dummy, God is doing you a favor. I hope you shut all these damn schools down. Get your children, teach your own children. That's a shame. And then you're going to still put them online for them to teach your children. You're not done yet with them. You're not mad enough. You're not mad as hell because of how they set the system up for you to fail. What are you going to do about it? Well, we can't do nothing about it. What can we do about it? You can start educating your own children. We have educators out there. Where are my educators at? Where are my educators? Get it together. Come up with your own online school nationwide. Make them pay $100. That's all. You don't have to be 100. You don't have to be too high because you're going to have nationwide. We're going to need schools nationwide where these children should be able to clock on their schools and you teach them Black history. You teach them the race theory that they don't want our children. They don't want their children to know how devious they were, how devilish they were, and they're gonna criminalize teaching critical race theory. They're gonna say, "Oh no, you can't teach that. If you teach that, we're gonna fine you $1 million." Why are you finding us for teaching racism, for teaching our children, your children, about how nasty and how hateful and how evil you are? They don't want their children to know that. And we don't fight for nothing that's Black. Because they've gotten you to where you hate yourself. You ought to hate them for what they've done to you. You ought to hate them. They are devils. They're the fallen angel seed, and it's time for you to understand that. The book of Enoch, read it. The book of Enoch tells you they are the fallen seed, and you ain't got no business. You ain't got no business around them devils. You ain't got no business being friends with them. You don't know that yet. Why don't you know that? because you're too busy selling your soul because you want to be like them. You think they got it so good. Them devils ain't got nothing good. They ain't about nothing. They ain't hitting on nothing. They never have and they never will. Let me show you something. The book of Enoch. The book of Enoch. Restored name. I'm trying to get the name of it. Dang, can I get it up here? Okay, the book of Enoch with Yahweh's name restored. Get that book. Read that book. You'll understand what you're dealing with. These people ain't right. They ain't never been right. They ain't gonna never be right. Get that book. Read it. You'll understand what you're dealing with. Those ain't people, those demon seeds. The fallen angel seed. That's who they are. And y'all trying to sleep with and have babies. Well, let me tell you something. You Israelites, black folk, you consider yourself Israelite? If you are sleeping with them demons, your babies are not Israelite babies. You can only make an Israelite baby with another Israelite. You can't even make a baby with Hamites, Africans. They're not Israelites. You can't marry them either. You have to marry your own. You have to marry an Israelite to have an Israelite baby. You can't marry just because they black. Oh, we gonna marry just because you black. I'm black. We black. It has to be a Shem baby. Shemites. Those are Israelites. Hamites are Canaanites. They're not Israelites. They're Africa. I'm not saying all the west part of Africa, Ghana, Gambia, Sierra Leone, the west part. Most likely they're Israelites. Most likely, most of them, because that's Nigeria, all of that Israelites. Those are Israelite black folk. Now you have some that's Hamites in there, but I'm just saying, on the West Coast, they're black. They're Israelites. People don't understand their history. But once we understand our history, once we understand our history, we'll understand. But we don't understand our history. Once we understand our history, it is time for us to get it together. There are answers. We just got to get our mindset. We have been, our mind has been so in, it's stuck in 1963. You got black folks still trying to do stuff where MLK did it. Not going to work. Time to move forward and do some new things. The main part right now that we can hurt them is to hold your money from them. You hurt their pocket, and I guarantee you, them devils will come to your table. You got to get your own table. We don't need to sit at their table. We need our own table. But if you hold their money, you stop shopping at Walmart. You come together and you bring your money and you create your own online store because that's where everything is going right now, online. Create your own online store. And we start shopping from black folk. Every chance you can, you shop from your own. You take your money, you get your toes done. It's got to be somebody black, family. You got black beauty supply places out there. Start ordering. I have a place up here on in North Carolina. Okay. I just found out he's been there since I've been here, and I didn't know. I'm going to tell you the name of it. I find it. Okay. Personal Treasures Beauty Supply Salon. Okay. That place is on 3313 South Holden Road in Greensboro, North Carolina. That place is a black owned store. And I'm gonna give you his phone number because somebody y'all might want to sit up there and see if he will in-store pickup, in-store shopping. I guarantee you if he has enough people that wants to start ordering from him, I guarantee you that he'll start sending out orders. I'm just saying. I want to call him now and see. I want to see. But enough of this. Stop spending your money with with people with enemies, people that don't like you. They don't like you. You know they don't like you, but you keep going back. You mean Victoria's Secrets? You can't find a black Victoria's Secrets? Okay, black folk, if you can't find one, then create one. We can. There's smell good stuff out there. You have a black. It's in the mall. Those oils. Use those oils. We have black folks selling oils. Use the oils. You can rub, and they last longer. I'm just saying. We don't have to spend our money with them. We need shoe companies. We're the shoe people. There are black people. I know a black guy that sells shoes online. Can't think of his name now, but I met him. We have people that has shoes, clothing, okay, that has black clothing lines. I have one. Y'all wouldn't even, some, I made some money, but it wasn't enough. I had a baby. I had a two shops, online stores. Black, oversized, I did for oversized women. And I had a show, babies, clothing, shoes, everything. Nubian online store. That's what I called it. And more to a more boutique. More to love. That means more to a more, which is more to love. Boutique. More to a more boutique. That's what the name of it was, right? But people wouldn't even come on. You black folk have stuff that you guys are, our minds are so horny and on supporting white folk that when somebody black come up with their own, we just look and be, I ain't buying that. I ain't spending money with. Okay, go ahead and keep hurting yourself. Let me tell you, that's gonna work for you, dummies. Keep hurting yourself. You got a black school here. I just read it to you. I can't pronounce it. Black school. You can look it up. But you won't do that. Why? You want to complain. You want to talk about police brutality. But you won't come up with no. We had NFAC that could have been our defense. They still out there. You can contact the NFAC. Yes, we can. You can contact NFAC. I think it's black at NFAC.com. I think that's what the name of it is. I'm gonna look this up. See, I pull my receipts, honey. I always try to help black folk because I'm tired of seeing what I'm seeing. I'm gonna read it up because I used to, let me look up NFAC so that you guys can contact them and you can give black and the @ and NFAC website. I'm just saying. Black at in okay, it says www. I'm gonna just see if this is the one or not. Hold on. Yeah. Let me show you. This is hold on, let me make sure. Okay, that's black in fact. Okay. That's NFAC. Okay, donate. And yep, and there it is. Grandmaster International Entertainment, 55 plus. You can donate. Okay. I'm just saying. There are things that we can do. Now they can be our defense. Coalition. Then of course they got the meetings. What is NFSC? Look back mission listed group. Okay. I'm just saying. There are things that we can do. What are you going to do? You're getting ready to get our butts in slings. We're getting ready to, we are embarking on some very dark days. I'm not trying to scare anybody. But it's time for us to get off the pot and do some things. It's time for us to do some things for ourselves. It's time for us to come from among, be separate, and learn not their ways. Unlearn their ways. How about that? Unlearn their ways. Renew your mind. Because if you don't, the same punishment they get, we're going to get. We done gone through enough hell. It's time. It's their time now. How they going to get it? By you backing up. You doing for self. Hold your money. You hurt them in their pockets. And I guarantee you, I guarantee you they'll come to your table. If you can't put your child in a black, in some of these colleges right now, it's scary. I want to come up with my own college. But we don't want to, we need to teach them business, how to own businesses. We don't need to teach them how to get jobs in colleges. Some of these colleges is teaching them how to get jobs. Our babies, we've worked enough for white folks. We used to have our own. Remember Black Wall Street? They had their own businesses. What we done went from owning our own to now helping them, working for them. How did we do that? How did that happen? How did that happen, family? We done went from owning our own businesses to working for them now. Why? Start teaching your sons, start teaching your daughters how to become business ownerships. My granddaughter has her own nail spa. She does parties. Why? Because I'm teaching her you don't have to ever work for anybody unless you choose to. But if you want to work, you create your own and you can sit there and do somebody's nails. But you buy the building, you rent your chairs, and every now and then, if you want to work, you can, schedule a client, but you don't have to every day because you're so busy creating businesses and jobs for other people who don't want their own shop. Have a pedicurist there, have a manicurist there, have a massage person, have a tattoo person, have an eyebrow waxer, and you charging them $150 a week because they're gonna make the money. $150 a week, and you have 2 or 3 shops. You can have one in Virginia, have one in North Carolina, have one in Georgia. I'm just saying. Or move to Africa, have one in Ghana, have one in Tanzania, and have one, well, Sierra Leone, and where? The Ivory Coast, Congo, Gambia. You could have several shops. You don't just have to have one. And you'll be so busy collecting your rent that you won't need to work. Where are my plumbers at? My electricians at? Where are the men? I know black men that can teach these black guys how to become electricians, how to become plumbers. Why aren't you opening schools? If you are an electrician and black, why aren't you teaching these young boys? You can bring them under you and allow them to teach them how to do what you're doing. Put them in school for a year, on the job training, and you pay them. Why aren't we doing that, black men? My electricians, my plumbers. Why aren't we doing this for them? Carpenters. Why aren't we teaching these young boys how to paint, how to build homes? Put them under you and have what? What they call them programs? I'm just saying. We can do this, family. We can change our own. We can create our own new reality. It's up to you. We're not gonna wait for enemies to do nothing for us. Who cares what Biden does? He ain't gonna do nothing for your ass anyway. I'm just telling you, he ain't gonna do nothing for you. Nothing, 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 never, 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 never. You gave him your vote for nothing now. Suck it up, breathe, move forward. We made a mistake. Let's not do it again. If you want to vote, vote independent. NFAC, Grandmaster, ran as an independent. We could have had him as our president. If black folk had went behind him and told him, hey, this is what we want. Give him a list. This is what we want. This is what we expect. And you don't do it, we won't vote for you the next time. But we need to be voting independently. We don't need to be voting for Democrat or Republicans. Get together as a group, but you ain't gonna get it. I know we're not gonna get them all. We're not gonna get all black folk. We're not gonna get them all. And okay, because they're so busy thinking white folk they friend. Well, I'm a conservative. I hear black folks say that. That just makes I want to spit on you. What the hell are you conserving? What are you conserving? You idiot. What you know what a conservative is? A person you don't want to change. You don't want to change nothing. Your life is so great. You so happy hanging around white folks that you don't want to change anything. I'm a conservative. What are you conserving, dummy? You conserving what? Racism? Yeah, go ahead and keep conserving that. You're a dummy. You stupid. I'm a conservative. Sick of y'all don't know what to do. Just sick of y'all black folk. Y'all can do something and won't do nothing. I'm gonna tell you what. Me and my family gonna be good. As soon as I get off here, I'm going to pick up me some more stuff. We're gonna be good. I'm not messing with y'all. Yeah, I'm giving you solutions. This live should be full. Black folk want to see twerking. Y'all want to look at Atlanta Housewives. Y'all want to look at Power and Empire. The white folk put on y'all for y'all to watch. That's what they think about y'all. Drugs, hoes, and Cardi B music. That's all they can give you on these power shows, power empires. LGBT, of course. Can't forget that because every show got LGBT in it. Every show. What they gonna have pedophilia in the next? Oh, it's coming. Watch what I tell you. Bestiality is coming. Oh, they already doing that. It's coming. It's coming. Keep on watching. Pedophilia. Oh, they're gonna okay that too. Because they already said it's not. Oh, it's what they say. It's not a crime, it's a sickness. Okay. When we gonna do for us? They want to be nasty, let them do. You can let them devils do whatever they want to do. God is not holding them accountable because they're nothings. Those are the influence seeds. But he's holding you, black folk, accountable. He expects us to live a certain way. We can't do everything they do. Everything they come up with, we jump on the bandwagon. You're the leaders. You're not supposed to have Biden over you. You're supposed to be over yourself. Israel should be in charge of Israel. We got white folk looking up. We got black folk looking up to Trump and Biden. What's wrong with y'all? These are white supremacists. They don't care about you. That's why Biden gave you nothing. He gave everybody a payout except you, black family. And then gave you a Juneteenth. Oh, I gave some. I gave him Juneteenth. No, you keep your Juneteenth. Stick it up your you know what team. How about that? I don't need your Juneteenth. I can celebrate. People, black folks celebrate that anyway. You ain't done nothing for us. But you'll get Asians 50 million. Pacific Islanders 30 billion. LGBT 50 million. Is that what they got? And the immigrants, every family got 30, 40 billion. I mean, not every family, but 30 million. What black folk get? I ain't seen the black folk on the list yet. The black folks said, well, it's coming. Oh, you wait for it. We can make it come. Group economics, this was called. When you get done, then he wrote a hate crime bill for them. So if you look at them wrong, you going to jail. And then he got a plan to expand more prisons. He's getting ready to build more prisons in Georgia for y'all niggas to go to. I'm just saying. Y'all get ready to go to jail in Georgia because he's building more prisons. Keep messing with them if you want to. Keep messing with enemies because they know they got you over a barrel, black family. Well, we can do this. We can come together, group economics. I'm going to keep telling you group economics. Group economics is our only way. We group at our school. Where's our teachers here? Teachers, come with your online programs. Online programs. Get you some teachers together. We need if you got 20 teachers out there, 5, 10, 15, 20, that's 5 schools right there. They don't even have to live in your same neighborhood. They don't even have to live in your same city. Long as they can come together in your school, because you already know the curriculum. Come up with a black curriculum. We're not teaching American history. We're teaching black history. And we're not going to just teach Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Arcus Garvey. There's other black folk that did a whole lot of great stuff. Get some of them inventors out there. Let's talk black to me. Come on, let's black be one. Get my black leaders. Come on, let's get our black children mind stimulated. They don't want to go to school. My granddad said, I don't like history. I said, why? I said, I know why, because it's not about her. I started pulling out stuff. I started giving her things. Okay, reading up on Black Wall Street. Let's talk about the New York riots. Let's talk about some other things. Let's talk about some other black things. I gave her assignments. Guess what? She loves history now because it's about her. You got a lot of black kids. Don't want nobody know about no darn American history. They're not talking about you in there. And it's lies anyway. Give them some truth. Let's talk about some black history. Talk about some truth. How about that for a change? Where my teachers at? Come on. Where my college? Yes, if your student want to go to college, but a lot of times let's get a school. Let's get a business. Dr. Boss Watkins got a business school. Okay, my black students should be bombarding that dude. He's got the school right there. Boyce Watkins, he's already got the school. Why are we fumbling and fumbling trying to go to their white schools? Tell me why. They I'm ready to tell you you cannot come if you don't have a lollipop. Told you we're gonna call it lollipops, right? I keep forgetting. He's got a school. You don't have to take nothing but take sign up for his online classes. I'm just saying. He's gonna teach you how to run your own business. He's gonna teach you, give you some business ideas. Dr. Harnett. Look her up. She's teaching you what kind of business is needed in Africa. If you want to go to Africa, you're going to need to understand what kind of business you're going to need. She's teaching you how to pandemic-proof your business. Dr. Harnett, look her up. I'm telling you, I'm giving you receipts. I'm giving you stuff. I'm not just over here talking for my health. I'm trying to build black folks up. We're trying to go somewhere here. But I can't do it by myself. I cannot do it by myself. Hebrews and Negroes. He's got the plan. He's got transitional housing. All he said is get you a plane ticket, have you maybe $2,000, $3,000, maybe $10,000, and let's go. I'm just saying. You got houses, sell your houses, or rent them out. Rent them out. Rent them out. Don't sell them, rent them out. You got houses here in the States, rent them out. That's rent. That's money to carry you to Africa. Even if you get $500 a month off that house, that's something you can live on in Africa to help you with your business. I'm just saying that's extra money that'll help you out, including the business money that you get ready to get. Airbnb is $200. You can rent an Airbnb for $200. Come on, you can pay for that Airbnb with that $500. You can pay for two Airbnbs with that $400. Out of $500, they're getting ready to give you extra for renting your house out in the States. That's two Airbnbs. I'm just saying, family. I come with conclusions. I don't ever come here and just don't have no conclusion. I'm trying to help us to get to the next step, creating our new reality. This thing should be busted open with people. I should have so many folks on here trying to learn something. People, the black folk, don't think it's serious. You're gonna die. You don't care about your life? You think they care about your life? They don't. You're gonna die. You take that shot, you're gonna die. It's meant for you to die. And if you've already taken it, shame on you. Because you didn't trust. You ran scared. You trusted your enemy that they had your back. I get so emotional about us. But all of us ain't gonna make it. And half of your neighbors, your black neighbors ain't gonna make it. The ones that took that shot, you ain't gonna make it. Unfortunately. And you're probably a good person too. But you trusted the wrong person. You trusted your enemy. You thought your enemy had your back instead of you having your own back. Instead of you going and you getting your own stuff and you stock it up, you're going to trust the government again for your survival. And you're going to die. Because it's called depopulation. And there's a lot of movies on Netflix that are showing you where we're going. That's why they put them in movies. That's why I can't, right now I'm doing some training, right? I don't have time to watch, Netflix. I don't have time, but I've, watched a couple of things that I can't get to do the series. I can't do the episode things, the series, because I'm too busy trying to study and, I do my trading and I'm trying to get to where I'm going, not have to work, right? That's my plan. That's my out. I got months to do it, right? should have been where I need to go. But you know what? Better late than never. But I'm planning on being there within the next 6 months. Okay. I got to do this training. So I've been studying a lot trying to do the training. But these movies on Netflix, they tell you exactly where we're going. They tell you. But if you don't love yourself enough to do the work right now, you ain't gonna make it. If you don't have no stored up food right now, you're not gonna make it. I don't care if you go out there and get you a whole 15 boxes of oatmeal for $1. Go to the dollar store and get a number of oatmeal. I don't care what you do. Go spend $10 right now. Get you 4 bags of rice, 50-cent can of pork and beans, get you some chili beans, get you some bag of beans. Don't forget your can opener for your beans. So I would do like cooked beans. I would do pork and beans. I would do I don't know, if you don't have nothing, you got to think about them bag beans. How you gonna cook them? You understand what I'm saying? So I would do a lot of canned good beans, pinto beans, white beans, northern beans. Get your can openers because you can eat them cold. Make sure you got your silverware. You can eat them cold. I'm just saying you'll need to heat them up. I'm just saying you got to be able to have. You got to be able to eat something that you could just open up. Like even with your oatmeal, you got to cook that. Even with your rice, you got to cook that. But this is why I'm looking. I said I could sell. I was thinking about maybe selling portable stoves, like stoves that maybe I don't know if they make stoves like solar stoves. I don't know. I'm getting ready to look for some stuff now. because I do believe that we're going to have a lot of solar stoves and stuff. I don't know if it's solar stoves. Yeah, they do have a Sun Kettle solar stove, and it's $67 through Patriot. Okay, and then they got a Sun Kettle, $99 through Patriot. Okay, and this is what they look like. Um, oh, I see another one. Now this stove is it's a wood burning stove. Okay, and that would be now that's a bit high. That's for $500. But you see this stove right here. Hold on, let me look. A solo stove, lightweight backpacking is $64. Okay. But I'm just that right there, this one there, $64. But I'm just trying to see what other stoves you got up there. No, that one too high. Portable solar cooker. Okay, this one is $159. Okay. Um, $84. Let me see what else we got. Um, solar power kitchens. Okay, that's too high. Solar portable solar oven deluxe. That's $189. So there is stoves on here, and I'm going to look into one. Now this is a portable induction cooktop. Okay, but does this run on electric? I think this one is $119. Emergency camp stove. Okay, this one is 940 something. I don't know. Solar portable emergency camp stove. I don't know what that is. Self Angel stainless steel square wood. Is that a stove? It's only for $24. I may order that. Let me see. Let me just look at that one. I'm just trying to see. There are things that we can do. Um, Now this is one that was only $24, but oh wow. Oh wow. Well, $24, but let me see. I got to see what in the world. Hold on here. Dang on. I was trying to see. Hold on. I ain't got time to do all that. I just want to look at the stove. That's all I want to look at. Okay. Ah, come on. I just want to look at the stove. This is it. It's a stainless steel square wood burning stove, lightweight and compact. Okay. So I guess you can cook stuff. I mean, if you have to be at outside or if you're outside, it's for camping. Okay, you can do that one. That's for $24. It's not bad. Okay, with 20% off. Okay. Um, Okay, I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna see something else. Now I see one that you can boil some water, and this is $67, and you can like boil your water. Okay, and this is right there. Okay, so it is stuff out there that you can, so if you do have your rice, I guess you can put your rice in there, and it cooks by the sun. It's introducing the Sun Kettle personal water heater. Okay, this solar heart water kettle is a revolutionary portable device that boils water. Okay, using just the power of sunlight, no batteries. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, okay, and then they do have the generators. They have the generators, but I think the generators are, think the generators were kind of high. Okay. Um, and they do have like a payment plan at this for Patriots. They do have like generators and they do have a payment plan for them. So now I'm gonna look for the solar panels, okay? Um, that you can like use like your appliances at home. Okay. Creating your own solar power, Toaster Solar Panel Company. Get paid. They say you can get paid. How much solar panel costs? Find the best solar production. I guess they have so many places you can go to. Um, well, they can be kind of expensive, so I'm just saying. Well, I think you guys get the picture, okay? But you can look just like I'm looking, and I am going to order me one of those stoves. Okay, I am going to get one of those. I don't care if it's a wood burner or you can boil some water in it. $6, $7 for one, or then you have another one that's um lightweight. Hold on, let me look at this one. And you can look on, just pull it up, solar stove. That's what I went into, and um here's this one. This one's kind of weird. I don't know, what that's, how that's doing or whatever. But you guys can look up this stuff. My thing, wood burning, low smoke, cooking for one or two people, lightweight, stainless steel. Um, so you guys can do this for yourself. I don't have to do this for you, but I'm just trying to give you some ideas of what you can do in order to make life easiest for you. Okay. It's up to you. If you don't think this is, you don't think that you need to do anything, you don't think that nothing's going to happen, um, then don't do anything, and it'll be, on you. Okay. Or you can think that the New World Order is years down because they set it up for right now. Okay. I did not want to be on here long, family. And I don't like to make my lives, it's almost what, an hour and a half. That's too long. An hour and 45 minutes. That's too long. Okay. But I want you guys to take care. I want you guys to think about what I've said. I want you guys to think about we need to do for us and we need to get busy. Okay. Like and share. Like and share. I shouldn't have to tell you guys that. Like and share. Um, I want you guys to help me to get the content up, but if this is something that you're not interested in, I do understand, but you will be. So I'm gonna keep coming back, and hopefully it won't be too late. And you guys have started your stashing and started um, doing storing up food, okay? Because we getting ready to come into some very dark days, okay? And let it be said that don't say I'm not warning you because we're warning people. We want to we fighting for our life now. And too many black folk ain't fighting for that. They are giving up. They doing what white folk want them to do. Well, I gotta work, I gotta eat, I gotta do this. Okay, then take the shot. Go ahead and take it. Go ahead. And you're gonna die. Because while you sitting up there, what if you do take it? And you get so sick when you can't work. Or you give it to your children. You bring it home and you give it to your children. Because a whole lot of folk that's got the lollipop getting sick now, 3 and 3 months later and dying from it. 45,000. I'm just saying. More than that, I think they're just not telling you. But do you? Your life, not mine. That's it, family. Get your stuff. Get your non-perishables. Go get your water. Food line, got them at $1.59 for a case of water. You can get 5 of them. Get your stuff together. That's it, family. Have a great day. And I'll see you here hopefully next Tuesday at 11:30. Not 12:30. I was late today because I had some stuff I was trying to do. But yeah, I'm getting ready to go now and pack up on some more stuff. And I'm get your bullets, get your practice your Second Amendment, okay? Because you're gonna need it for your protection. Peace, family.